Hey, what's up, Cowboy Nation? Sorry for the couple week delay we had here, not being on. I got sick, real fucking sick after that Cowboy loss to Tampa Bay. Had nothing to do with the loss, which I'm sure that didn't help it. But and for a week, I actually missed 2 days of work. I don't get sick time, so when I miss work, I'm fucking out of money. So if I miss some money, you know it's bad. Uh, that was for a week, and then last week I just was trying to get my feet back underneath me. I know we keep saying we're back, and we end up taking another week break, a 2 week break, and that's our bad. We apologize, but we got other shit going on in our lives. Rock is about to move in 3 weeks, so we're dealing with that too. So we have to figure out how to do a show together from inside the same house. So we're trying. We're getting as much content we got as we can out. But at the end of the day, this is a hobby for us. It's not our life. We don't make money off of it. Even when we do get to 1,000 subs, we might make money. I mean, it's still going to be a hobby for us. We're not trying to get nowhere in this business. We're happy with where we are and having fun and doing this shit. So, there's going to be weeks we just can't get to, y'all. Was going to go live tonight. Usually I want to go live on Tuesdays, but since the game was just last night, I figure I'll just drop a 15-minute video about the game last night. Before we get going, hit that sub if you haven't already. If you're new here, hit that bell so you get notifications and know when we went live or when we dropped the video. Hit that like or dislike, preferably like, but I'm okay with the dislike. Leave a comment. All that shit helps with our algorithm. It helps us get more views and puts us in a different algorithm. I study up on this YouTube shit, trying to get our views up, but help us out by doing that. Share this video, get people to sub to us. We're trying to get to 1,000. Once we get 1,000, start doing the the super chats and shit like that. And if we can draw some money in, we'll do a lot of free giveaways. The money won't go in our pocket to pay bills. It would go in we'll probably buy stuff, shirts and jerseys with it, and do a giveaway on a show. We collect $100, we'll buy a jersey and give it away on some kind of drawing or some shit like that. But help us out and get our subs up and get our views up, and we'll all end up benefiting from it. But anyways, let's get going on the show. Me on this Charlie's takes about the fucking game last night. It's a good game. I enjoyed it. I might be different when my quarterback one goes down. My expectations for what happens in the game drops tremendously. I mean, like a lot. Well, that's of course if you got a good quarterback one like Dak, and you're going to a quarterback two. If you got a shitty quarterback one, it doesn't really matter. And if you're old enough, you remember them years with Dallas Cowboys when it didn't matter if we had quarterback 1, 2, or 3. They all kind of fucking sucked. But anyways, I enjoyed the game. I thought Cooper Rush played well. He was efficient. I said before the game I wanted to see the splits between Zeke and TP to be more even. The game before that was 15-9. I didn't like that. I wanted, give TP 3 more and take 3 away from Zeke and make it more 12-12. I know people say stupid shit all the time. He can't handle the load. First of all, nobody handles the fucking load. Zeke averaged 14 carries a game last year. I don't know why people think Tony Pollard can't carry 14 times a game. He can't add 2, 3 carries to get 14, and I don't know why y'all think he can't handle that. People always talk about carrying the load. We act like people are still carrying the ball 20 times a game. I ain't got the stats right in front of me, but I think there was one fucking person last year that averaged 20 carries a game. The year before that, there was 1 or 2. Past 7, 8 years, there haven't been many people even carrying the ball 20 plus times a game. Now you're 17, 18 carries a game is kind of your top now. So yeah, and they was last night, I think it was 15-13. I think it's what it ended up being. 15 for Zeke, 13 for Pollard. I might be off by 1 on that one. But anyways, I enjoyed how they spread it out a little bit more and even it out a little bit more. Nothing against Zeke. Zeke's not done. Anybody says he's done, he's not done. He's not trash. He's not washed. He's none of that. But Tony Pollard overall is just one, more explosive, and two, just more efficient. And when I say more efficient, I mean EPA, expect points added. When he runs the ball, he collects more EPA. He basically, what that means is every time he carries the ball, our chances of scoring on that drive increase more than Zeke does. Again, it's not a knock on Zeke. Zeke has his place on his team. I want the carries to be even. And if something happens, one of them's hot. If it happens to be Zeke that's hot that game, then give him the load and let him carry it. I just don't like that. Just don't like saying Zeke's the guy. Zeke's the guy. That pigeonholes you, puts you in the fucking corner, and is fucking dumb as shit. What else? Tyler. Damn, the name's going to confuse me for the rest of his career. Tyler Smith. Man, when he came in game one, he was going to play left tackle versus the Bucks. I tweeted it, put it on Facebook and everything. I think I even said it on the show. It scares the shit out of me. It scared the shit out of me because he had not played any significant snaps at left tackle since December of last year at Tulsa when he was in college. He didn't get no snaps in the offseason. A few snaps back in OTAs, May 5th, I think it was. No pads, just fucking walkthroughs, basically. So, yeah, that scared the shit out of me. He stepped up. He's done game one, game two, and game three. He's improved every game, and I'm comfortable with him. Now, I have no issue with him. He's actually, I always thought he could be a left tackle in year two, maybe year three, but I saw no way he could do it in year one, and he proved me wrong, and I'm glad he did. I know some people was upset about Jason Peters having to play left guard. I don't know. Big Duke is one of the best there is out there. He didn't like it either. I'd have to disagree with him and everybody else. I don't see the issue with Peters playing left guard. I'm not moving Tyron Smith back to left guard. He's a rookie. You've already made him practice at one position all summer, and then fucking come game one, you throw him out there left tackle for the Wolves, and he's excelled. So why make him move again and put him back in his rookie year? Fucking put him somewhere and keep him and fucking let him develop there. And that's what they need to do. And Peters was signed for depth. So if depth is what we need left guard and he can do it, then that's where the fuck he needs to be. I don't understand what the fucking problem is. And in the limited snaps he got last night, he looked good. It looked promising. The rest of the line, I thought they all played well. I know some people have a problem with Steele. I still haven't figured that out. He was part of the offense last year in a 6-game winning stretch that was probably the best offense in the NFL at that time, and he wasn't hurting us then, so I'm not so sure why the fuck people was down on him. I think it's just the LC lovers that got their fucking pussy hurt over them fucking cutting LC, and they couldn't handle that, and so they had to somewhat take it out on Steele. Steele's fine. Still last year was slightly below fucking LC. LC, people keep saying he's a top 10 right tackle. No, he's not. He was top 10. Actually, he was top 5 right tackle in 2019. That's it. That's the only fucking time he played well at right tackle. That's the only time he played up to that level at right tackle. 2017, 2018, he was not top 5, not top 10, probably not even top 15. He was average to above average. 2019, he broke out, had a top 5 year. He did great. 2020, fucked up, got hurt, came in fat. What the fuck ever happened? He missed all that fucking year. He came back last year, and he was above 2018, but nothing special, nowhere close to 2019 level. Everybody rode that cock from 2019, and for some reason they didn't want to get off of it. He was no longer that guy. They keep saying he's a top 5 right tackle, but off of one fucking year amazes me. Sometimes Cowboy fans fucking, I don't know, y'all fucking weird. But I thought Steele played well. I thought they all played well. I thought Kellen called a good game. I thought everything. Overall, I thought everything was good. As far as defense goes, man, this fucking defense is just fucking lights out. Parsons, I don't even know why I should talk about him. He's the best defensive player in the fucking NFL, and there's not even a question about that. That's who he is right now. That's just dude's just a fucking beast. I mean, I can sit here and talk a whole hour about him, but it's a waste of time because everybody knows he's a bad motherfucker. I thought our DBs played well. I thought Wilson did okay. I didn't think he's played as well as some people thought he did. He didn't play as well as he did against Cincinnati, but he played well. He's still not cursed though. Yeah, man. Overall, I was, like I said, my expectations for the games when quarterback one goes down just kind of drops. I said before the game started, if rumor is Dak's going to be back around Philly time, that would be 4 games. If Cooper Rush can get us 2 wins, and he already got us 1 with the Bengals, and we go 2-2, we'll be fine. It'll be tough, but we'll be fine. We can still have a shot at the division because I'm still not sold on the Eagles. That's a whole nother video and a whole nother show. Maybe I'll do something one time. Might do it later this week. But I still think we've had a shot at division if we went 2-2, and definitely have a shot at the wild card. So I think we'd be fine if he got us 2-2. Well, he's already got us to 2. So the next 2 games, guys, we're playing with fucking house money. I mean, it's house money. If he goes 0-2, that suck. I'm not going to say I'm not going to bitch and be upset about it, and I'm not going to bitch and complain. I will. We all will. But it's still house money. If he come out 2-2, you can't ask no more than that from your backup quarterback. That's that. If you can play 500 ball while your quarterback's out, that's fine. And as long as your quarterback ain't out for a significant amount of games, and I call significant 5 or more, once you get to that 5, you start getting iffy because then you're going to have some miracles happen for it to work out for you. But if Dak can come back by the Philly game, I think we'll be fine. Rumor is he's shooting for next week. Personally, unless he's 100% healthy, I mean, he's just 100%, and they say, hey, look, he ain't getting no better. This is what he is. His hand's fine. Then fuck it. I'm saying then put him out there. But if there's even a little bit of a hint, like, well, he can go, but still a little swelling, or still ain't quite a great grip. He still ain't got, that zip on the ball. Then fuck it, leave him out. You're playing with house money, and let Cooper Rush fucking do it. We're playing fucking Washington. I'm not saying it's an automatic win. I'm just saying it's a winnable game, and then look for the next week against the Rams and see if he can come back for that one. And if he's 100% healthy, I don't give a shit. You bring him back. He's quarterback 1. You don't hold him back just because you're quarterback 2, won 2 games. But if there's any question, any kind of swelling, any kind of strength issue, any kind of just less zip on the ball, just a slight, even if it's the slightest bit, you keep him out and let fucking Coop go. You're playing with house money. Not saying Washington game ain't important. It is. It's a division game. It's a conference game that goes into fucking tiebreakers at the end of the year, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, we beat a bad team. We beat 2 bad teams with fucking Cooper Rush, and we're about to play another one in Washington. So, hey, let's fucking give it a shot. But if he's healthy and he's 1% healthy, and there's no question he ain't getting no more healthy, there's no chance it's going to get better. This is what it was, and this is what it is, his thumb, then fuck it, let him go. What else? I'm trying to think about that. I'm not going to talk about this. I'm going to do a whole nother video. I might even do one tonight. Maybe tomorrow about the Dak. Jesus Christ, Cowboy Nation. About the Cooper Rush and Dak and quarterback controversy. And I mean, I don't even know what to say, y'all. I don't even know what to say. I'll make another video on it. It's something I'd have to think about. I don't even like discussing it because it's so fucking stupid. And for me to discuss it and to even have a conversation on why there's no quarterback controversy, I have to drop my fucking football IQ so low to talk to y'all about this that it hurts. It feels like y'all pulling out the stupidity bat on me and beating the shit out of me with it. There's no reason that we shouldn't even be discussing a quarterback controversy. I know our dipshit owner fucking said something, but he says stupid shit all the time. I don't know why we fucking listen to him half the time anyways. But anyways, I'll do another video on that. I'll just let y'all know if there's no fucking quarterback controversy, but I'll go more into it on another video. Like I said, CeeDee Lamb. Let's talk about CeeDee Lamb. That's another one. You dipshits. In the middle of fucking goddamn first quarter, I think it was, when he fucking dropped that fucking ball that was right in his fucking breadbasket. I had fucking people on Twitter saying he ain't it. Start looking for somebody else in the draft next year. We need to go get another wide receiver 1. Like, are you fucking kidding me, man? He had a bad game one. I would not defend him game one. I was not happy with him. I wasn't happy with Dak. I wasn't happy with fucking anybody in game one except the defense. Game two, he played well. It was Brown's game, but CD did fine. And then last night, he had that drop, and then y'all all fucking lost y'all shit and started predicting he ain't it. And the motherfucker came back, bounced back, and he did fucking great. It's like y'all overreact to fuck y'all make yourselves look so fucking stupid on Twitter sometimes, man. And on social media, y'all react game time situation. That's fine, but y'all fucking say stupid shit, and then it ends up coming and biting you in your fucking ass, man. If you don't mind looking like an idiot, fuck it. I don't mind. It's that's y'all's ass looking like an idiot, not mine. So go ahead with your bad self, but y'all look like dipshits. He's fine. He's wide receiver one. I don't even know why y'all fucking question it, but anyways, I thought Brown played well. I thought the two rookie tight ends played well. I was impressed with them. They're blocking, really impressed with them. And they made a couple mistakes. Hendershot, or was it Ferguson, that jumped out of bounds at the end? I think it was whichever one it was. I can't remember now. He wasn't jumping out of bounds. He was just trying to make a play, and they got him out of bounds. He'll learn as a rookie just to, go down right there. It's better to fucking kill the clock and make him use timeout and then fucking then to fucking take a chance of getting knocked out of bounds and trying to get the first down. But I understand you're trying to get the first down. First down ends the game too. So I get what he was trying to do. It was a rookie thing. No big deal. I didn't have a fucking problem with it. Mara did good. Fucking impressed with his kicking. Like I said, I never was worried about the kicking controversy. I'm not worried about kickers. I think we should go for it more often than we do anyway. So, but he is doing good this year. Fucking what else did we have going on this game? One bad thing about not doing live shows, y'all have the chat and y'all can bring up things I'm forgetting or not talking about. But also live shows take a long time too, because we start getting into it. Offensive line, I went through, they play well. Running backs. Everybody knows I'm a running backs don't matter guy. Everybody knows I'm a pass greater than run guy. And when I say pass greater than run, that just means it's more efficient. Passing is more efficient. Excuse me. And the running the ball, that's not, I've said it many times, that's not an opinion. That's a fucking statistical fact of 20 years of data that shows running the ball is just not as efficient as passing the ball. But with that said, he was very efficient last night. It's not often you're that efficient on running the ball. He was. Both running backs finished with the plus EPA, which is always good. Thought we ran the ball well. Thought the line blocked well. Thought our run-pass ratio was good. We mixed it up pretty good. I'm always favor a little bit more passing, but when you got your quarterback 2 in there, I understand you got to protect him a little bit and not get him in too much trouble. But I also know that at the end of the game, the last 2 drives, we ran the ball a lot, which brought that statistic more closer because it was a little further apart. The last 2 drives, we was up by 7, and the next time we got our ball back last time, we was up by 10. So we ran the ball a little bit more to try to kill clock, which is kind of how you do it. And that's another whole conversation, how that works. Somehow people don't understand that. You think running the ball, what makes you win the game, it's not worth it. How that works. Winning the game is what helps you run the ball more. But yeah, I was happy with that. Definitely happy with the 15-13 between him and Zeke, TP and Zeke. Wish I could have saw a little bit more for Tolbert, but it is what it is. I think he'll get a little bit more as we go on. Michael Gallup was supposed to play last night, and I know some people worried about that, but I heard some people brought up the turf on that field, and I think that's a good point. They might have just said, "Hey, let's don't take a chance. We did this without you the last game. Let's try it one more week without you, and let's get you off this fucking field." I don't think it's anything to worry about. I think he'll be back next week. Defense, man, I could talk about defense all day. I'll be 49 here in a month. So I was actually an adult when the Cowboys won their 3 in the 90s. I would say this defense is probably the best defense we've had since the 90s. And that's not taking anything away from like the 07 defense. 07 defense was really good. But this defense is probably the best defense I've seen since the 90s, mostly because of depth. Just to the rotation. People who are young don't remember them defenses back in the 90s. they had like an 18-man rotation on defense between the defensive line, linebackers, safeties, cornerbacks. I mean, there was consistently 18 players getting significant snaps every fucking game. That's how deep that defense was. I think this defense is the same way. I think you just not just defense and ends. You can rotate the safeties, the corners, the linebackers. It's a deep fucking defense. Dan Quinn is a mastermind. I said it last year and I'll say it again. I'm not just a defense coordinator. I've never seen a coordinator, period, an offense coordinator or defense coordinator, change his philosophy as much as Dan Quinn has. I've never seen that before. I mean, he came in as a cover 3 guy and Legion of Boom top defense, and he has switched it up completely. And I'm impressed, for him to be able to say he took off and ask people what he was doing wrong and self-evaluate himself. That takes a lot from anybody, not just a man, a woman, a man, anybody, to look in the mirror and take that kind of criticism and learn from your mistakes and then just fucking do a revert face and do something totally different. And I'm impressed. Guys play for him too. That's why I've always said, all y'all Sean Payton lovers that want him as a coach, fuck that. They do fire McCarthy for whatever reason. If we end up firing McCarthy, Dan Quinn should get the job, and I think he will. He's got the lead in the locker room. Even the offensive guy loves him. So, and he'll keep a lot of his staff together, run that same defense. He'll probably still be over a lot of that defense. So he'll be the next head coach if there is a next head coach. And I love that guy. But yeah, I could talk all day about the defense. I'm a defensive guy at heart, even though people probably don't believe that with me, all loving to pass the ball and shit like that, and all the running the ball I don't like and stuff like that. But I didn't play nothing but past high school, but that's all I played my whole life when I was from PB to fucking high school was defense. I love defense. So I could talk about it all day. I'm impressed with it. Yeah, man, that's about all. I'll drop another video on the fucking Dak controversy. I shouldn't, but I am. This motherfucker's done at 22 minutes. This is the longest video I've ever done. I usually try and make them last about 15. Like I said, hit that like, hit that dislike. If you don't like it, that's fine. Leave a comment. I'll try to reply. Hit that sub if you haven't already. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I just coughed in the mic. That's my bad. Hit that bell for notifications when we go live and when we drop a video like this. I think Rika will be going live on Saturday, so I'll be with her on Saturday going live. Most of the time, if we do a Tuesday and a Wednesday, a Tuesday and a Saturday show, my show, Dallas Cowboys Uncensored, would be a post-game reaction with a little bit of pre-game reaction to the next game, the next Sunday. And Rika's will be mostly a pre-game and a little bit of post-game. Because she wants to put her opinion of the week before about the game. But since it's only one day away from the next game, we ain't going to talk about it too much. We'll talk mostly about the game the next day. On my show, since it's just going to be a couple days removed, I'm going to talk mostly about that game, and I'll give a little bit of preview for the next game. So catch us Saturday. We'll be doing one. We'll go over the Giants game just a little bit, and then we'll do a Commanders game preview. Give you all our thoughts on that, but we'll be live. Hopefully we'll get some views in that. Y'all come and join us, and man, y'all be cool. And like I said, help us out, man, and get our views up, and let's get my subs up, and let's do this shit, man. And for the ones who support us, we want to thank all y'all. We appreciate y'all, shit like that. For anybody who's watching this video for the first time, thank you for watching it. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully you'll sub to us. Usually I'm more lively, but kind of tired tonight. But yeah. So the ones who support us, thank you. To the ones who don't support us, well, I'll leave y'all with this.